My name is Rhapsody, his name is Lollash, and welcome back to How to Beat Slay the Spire. It's time to go with the Ironclad. How's it going, Lollash?
It's going well, mate. Turn that silly ascension mode off. We're not ascending yet. This is how to beat the base game.
It's true. It's like when Orbital and I did the fastest videos. We did a normal series, and then I was like, dude, we should do one in the hardcore difficulty. And we did exactly one. We won, and it was just like fucking done, completely gone. No way we're gonna be able to replicate that.
That's how you beat it. Yep. Okay. One and done. All right. So let's get the party started then, so the viewers don't have to watch like 3 hours of a single run.
Hey, dude.
What do you think?
What do you got against my ad revenue?
I got nothing against your ad revenue. I'm getting a 50% cut, aren't I? As talent on this.
Hey, you know what? We can sort that out later if you'd like. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP is good when you can snipe out an elite, but there is no path here for sniping an elite with that.
We do have early shop, so 50% into 250 gold is probably my pick here.
If we were doing Ascension mode, then I would say fuck that and fuck you. But yeah, no, we can totally do that. I read somewhere recently, does this option give you 20 cards to choose from in the same way the library does? Or does it give you 3?
I can't remember. One of them gives you a 3. I think Obtain gives you a 3, and I think Choose gives you basically all of the common cards and some rare cards or something like that.
Alright. I mean, we do have an early shop, so I totally agree. We could go with that. And then it merges pretty much onto the same path as the other one. It's just like, if we could go with the left path, we can get 2 question marks and 2 rests and elite before we merge back off.
We only miss 1 campfire if we go the right-hand side, yeah?
But we also miss a question mark.
1 campfire. Yeah, but an extra combat is an extra chance to get the rampage that you insist we're going to have on this run.
Look, I have seen the future. Professor Trelawney has shared with me her visions. We are going to have a rampage run. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well,
I fucking hate the variable health on these spike slimes. If they have between 11 and 13. If they're 11, you can double strike them. If they're 12, you can double strike them. If they're 13, you have to triple strike them. Fuck you.
That's all right. You just triple strike here and take the 7 on the chin, right?
Yeah. It's just I really wanted to start healing in these early fights.
That's fine. We're gonna get like a feed in the first shop on sale.
I would be totally down for a feed.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle. You interrupted me when we started recording. I'm in the middle of a feed run at the moment. I've got like 136 HP or something. I picked the card on my second fight on the first floor. It's pretty gross.
I think my highest HP run, I had like 150, and it was because I got feed as literally my first card as a result of obtain a random rare.
I guess you never saw my 228 HP run.
I did not, no.
That's a VOD on Twitch. I don't know when, but yeah, I had a 228 HP run almost exclusively because of feed. But I ended up with 3 feeds in the deck, so every time I came across a multi-encounter, it was just like feed, feed, feed. It was great.
So I usually run relatively thin decks, so for me, Evolve is less powerful than Battle Trance a lot of the time.
So, Evolve, if you run a really thin deck and you have an Evolve Plus is draw 4 cards every turn.
Right.
And fill your hand, which enables a lot of cool synergies. But we did do an exhausty Ironclad deck for our first run.
Exactly.
Which makes me lean towards doing a different style of deck because we want to show people, right? Like, this is a how to beat, so we want to show them how to beat with several different archetypes.
Definitely. I mean, especially in a deck building game, it kind of sucks to do just the same thing again and again and again and again.
Over and over and over. So
of course, I'm going to go for a Battle Trance Rampage build because that's me experiencing variety.
Perfected Strike is sleeper OP, by the way.
Really? I hate it. I have tried to do so many runs with it because I'm like, oh, maybe this is sleeper OP, but I really can't get it to support itself at a rate that is better than other cards that I could have taken in that slot, like a Perfected Strike and just thinning out, sorry, Perfected Strike, sorry, a Searing Blow and thinning out the deck, or Rampage and thinning out the deck, because you kind of end up with a fat deck when you've got Perfected Strike, because you need to put other strikes in your deck to support it.
Yeah, it's definitely a different style of deck. It's a very fat deck, Perfected Strike decks, but it's hilarious when you Perfected Strike for like 70 damage turn 1 or something silly.
Mm-hmm.
We need to heal up here, right? We need to play fairly conservatively until we get past that first elite.
Definitely.
You jerk. This might be a Bash Strike turn even, and use the potion. It could have
I was
been.
thinking we would save the potion for the elite.
Yeah, that works too.
It's just like, basically, anytime he does a turn with 12, that's next turn we can attack you once. I hate going up against this guy as the Ironclad because, wow.
Alright, so this is strike, 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 block potion.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
The problem with this guy is if he does 12 and then 12 with a basic Ironclad deck, you just can't block all the damage.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way that you can get there because you don't have enough blocks in your deck. It might be worth taking 2 here because you guarantee a kill next turn with a bash.
Do I? I get weakened. I go down to 4. This is 8 damage here, and then 2 strikes next turn, assuming I only get 2 strikes, is 12. So 8, 12 is 20, so I need to draw another strike. 3 cards to draw a strike. Quite likely.
3 cards to draw a strike or your battle trance. It's pretty likely. You've only got 4 defense in the deck.
You're right. You're right. I forgot that I have a battle trance. Ugh. God, I hate this guy. He's so much easier as the Silent because you can neutralize this turn and then just block for 8 using a Survivor, and it's all good. It's gravy. It's lovely.
So much easier.
Uh-huh. Fire Potion's really good pickup here. Second Battle Trance is garbage.
It's not.
In a deck this small, second Battle Trance is garbo.
Well, here's the thing, right? Think of it this way. So say you have 2 battle trances and you get them on the same turn.
Mm-hmm.
You draw 3 cards, right? So you have 8 cards total. One of them you play as a battle trance, one of them's dead in your hand as a battle trance. You still have 6 cards to play.
Okay.
The other example is you draw a battle trance turn 1, you use it, you don't draw a battle trance. You draw a battle trance turn 2, you draw, and you might not get the battle trance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that 2 is fine. I think more than 2 is dumb. But if you have 2 battle trances, that is literally all the card draw you need in your deck. You don't need any more. And if you want to go for a Rampage or Searing Blow build, 2 battle trances is real good.
I find too often that unless I have a deck of at least 20 size, they step on each other's toes too often to be useful. And it's also worth noting I have reputedly bad luck.
Yeah, but I'm here. My luck sack is available for you to draw from. So the thing you got to think about is Battle Trance a dead card if you draw 2 of them in the same hand? Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you're going to run out of cards to play? No, you're never going to run out of cards to play because with a single Battle Trance, you draw up to 8 with no other additional card draw.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way, as the Ironclad, you play 7 other cards, right?
Is there any way that I can convince you that because we have the ability to draw large hands, seeing red is a good idea?
Seeing red is a really good card, but there are other ways to gain energy. I mean, there are also other ways to gain card draw, but there aren't a lot of ways to gain 0-cost card draw. And especially not 3-card draw, right? You're talking offering and offering. Like that's the only other 3-card draw in the deck, and that costs you HP. I think either is a good choice.
I think if I was going to thicken up the deck, which I'm intending like extremely to not do, I would go with the Battle Trance, and I would agree. But I think at the moment, seeing red is a better pick for me.
Okay. I think either are good choices. I think seeing red is probably a better choice immediately before we have cards that we really want to draw into.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of cards we really
this
want to draw into.
This is Ginger.
Yep. I'm cool with Ginger card removal service. I was looking for a moment and I'm like, Oddly Smoothstone is really powerful though, but Ginger is also ridiculous.
Ginger is one of those relics where the effect feels so minor, right? It's like, okay, I can't be weakened. But how many times have you taken 10 extra damage because you weren't able to kill something fast enough?
Oh, definitely.
Because you were weakened.
We just did it a bunch in the previous fight. This was good fun. We'll Seeing Red, Bash, Double Strike.
And this guy is all set up for a triple strike next turn, if we're lucky.
Fingers crossed. See, the thing is, if we don't get the triple strike... Bash, block? No, just strike, double defend. Because then next turn, we'll have the ability to kill.
Yeah, especially with the Battle Trance in the hand.
Mm-hmm. It's always good because you either draw lethal or you draw enough defense to completely protect yourself. Evolve is really bad because we have the Battle Trance.
Yeah, we don't need the additional card draw, especially if we're going for a thinner deck. You can make an argument for Thunderclap, because if we don't find a Searing Blow or a Rampage, we may still find drop kicks. And Thunderclap into drop kicks is really strong.
That's true.
It also provides us with just that little bit of AoE if we get like triple bugs to pop all of their curl-ups.
It is worth noting that dropkick is also less powerful considering the Battle Trance. It's still good because of the energy, but it's still less powerful.
Yeah. But it is free energy gain, or free attacks, effectively. So.
I don't be inclined to skip.
I think skip is fine. I just really do like having some AoE in the deck.
So do I. It's... Oh, hello.
Hey, you know what card would be really good here?
I mean, it'd be okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
First turn around, you remove all of their vulnerable. Second turn around, it's... Well, here's the thing, right? Is Thunderclap Strike is 22 damage, which is 4 more damage than Triple Strike. So on an offensive turn, Thunderclap Strike is still better.
Sure.
And that's before you add in any kind of multi-attacks or vulnerable synergies or anything like that.
Thank for all those dazes in my hand. Beautiful. I think we go with a Fire Potion on the front line, a Strike, and then probably like defend. Bash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, God. Those days.
So, is this going to be like a... We're just going to do a perfect Slay the Spire series, right? Like
oh, yeah. We're not going to lose any at all, ever. I mean, losing this 50% HP at the very start has got me a little on edge, but... I don't know. I'm just hypersensitive as a result of the kind of vicious pounding I've taken in the Ascension mode. Ascension is brutal, especially when you start climbing up the levels. I think I'm on like Ascension level 4 or 5 at this stage. And it only gets harder. Bash Strike actually protects this entirely by killing this sentry. Protects this against 8 damage, actually.
Yeah, you Bash Strike, because blocking 8 is better than blocking 5.
Yep.
That's math, people.
I just... 2 plus 2 is 4, that's math?
Yep.
Burn all those days out of my deck. Lovely. Oh, if we had Sharon's Ashes, this would just dunk. I'd love it.
Sharon's Ashes is silly against these guys.
Sharon's Ashes is silly in general.
Yeah, it's a pretty good relic.
Even in a deck that doesn't have much exhaust, you still end up with a little bit of exhaust, and then it's just ridiculous.
So sad that you're 1 short there.
Wasn't I 2? Because Bash Strike, I don't think I had triple strike in hand.
Yeah, Bash Strike is 17. Didn't he have 18? Or he had 19.
Shuriken. Okay.
Shuriken. This deck wants to be a Clash deck now.
It does, but considering I've removed attack, like I've removed 2 attacks so far, and I've got kind of a lot of defense, it's like less good as a Clash deck right now.
So you take Reaper here because the AoE and healing.
Good. Totally agreed.
And you never bother to upgrade it. I think this might be a rest, just for the safety.
I was worried.
There's no
about
cards that we really want to upgrade.
It's true. Reaper has a really underwhelming upgrade. We'll have a look at it. It's literally just 1 more damage.
+1.
If it was 2 more damage, then sure. Or if it was like deal 4 damage to all enemies, heal for twice the unblocked damage dealt, then it would be OP, but sure. It just does nothing with the upgrade. Like, you just get strength. Like, just get strength instead. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you rest for safety just because you have no good upgrade targets. Like, seeing red, you could argue, for the +2 energy rather than +1, but... Bash, defend.
Yeah.
There's no point in racing this guy. We've got plenty of damage.
We do. Ish. Because I've taken 2 strikes out of the deck.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I think we cop 5 on the chin here.
I don't think you need to. I really don't. You have 1 warning turn where he blocks. We have Battle Trance. We have Bash.
Okay.
So, like, right now, if you Bash Strike, which is very reliable to do, like, if he defends next turn, that's 17 damage. He goes down to 10. He blocks, goes up to 16. We can probably do 16 on a vulnerable target, right? That's just 2 strikes.
I think it's just double defense strike then. If we're going along that line.
Double defense strike. And then hopefully next turn we draw into a Bash Strike or a Battle Trance that lets us Bash Strike or something to that effect.
Yep. In the same way that the Slaver, in my opinion, really sucks for the Ironclad to fight early. God, this fucking guy sucks to fight as the other character I can't remember the name of at the moment.
The Silent, yeah. So you strike Reaper here.
Yeah. Heal by 1, unfortunately. I was just looking to see if there was any better order that I could have done to heal by even slightly more.
Oh, now, here we go.
Fuck. Does this become a Searing Blow deck?
I don't think it does. There's not enough campfires on this first floor. And you really need to spam upgrades on Searing Blow to make it any good.
Definitely true.
I think maybe this becomes a Clash deck. Yes, we have removed 2 basic strikes, but we do have Battle Trance, we do have energy gain in Seeing Red. So worst case scenario, imagine we end up with 4 defends in our hand. You can still Seeing Red, defend, Clash.
Okay. Let's do this. By the way, sorry, for the relics, Ginger, you can no longer become weakened. Shuriken, whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. And Lantern, gain an energy and the first turn of every combat. So now we smith to upgrade the Clash.
Either the Clash or the Seeing Red. 4 extra damage or the 2 extra energy to enable a big Battle Trance turn. I think either of those are valuable choices.
I can totally see Seeing Red because it will actually give us the ability to trigger the Shuriken by giving us the 2 extra energy. Yeah.
You'll find it easier to trigger the Shuriken because we have Clash. So if we end up with like a strike, defend, Clash, or strike, defend, Clash, Bash or something.
So if we actually go to this shop by skipping this elite, we can remove another card from our deck.
I think we elite. I think the relic's more valuable, and we don't have the cash to make a shop particularly good.
Okay. Well, we've got Clash in our next hand with a bunch of attacks. Unfortunately, I guess we just don't Seeing Red here. But we don't want to Seeing Red later against this guy anyway.
Well, you might want to. If you draw a Battle Trance hand that's like defend, Bash, strike, Clash, then Seeing Red to give him a bit of strength is probably fine.
Right. Have to Seeing Red there. I mean, I think we just strike, clash, and then Reaper for some healing. It's going to get the benefit of the Shuriken. Good.
Yep. And that's a
7
big heal.
HP.
7 heal off a single target. And he's down to 23 HP, right? Like 3 strikes.
Not vulnerable anymore.
Ah, unfortunate. We would definitely draw Bash.
I mean, if we strike here, he goes down to 17, and then our next hand has Bash, and...
We'll probably get a strike.
Yeah, so we'll kill. So we don't need to upgrade him. We could also just strike double defend here.
I think we strike double defend.
Yeah.
Block 10, take 10. And set him up for a lethal next turn.
Good, good. Totally in agreement. There's our Bash. Well, I mean, we'll just battle trance for the strike.
Yep.
Easy.
Pretty good knob fight.
Ooh. Mercury Hourglass. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's going to supply a little bit of the AoE that we're currently missing in this deck. Shockwave is too expensive right now. It's going to make Clash prohibited in a lot of cases.
Shockwave's a great card, but I think it's either skip or anger, because it is a Clash deck.
Mm-hmm.
And anger does enable us to shuriken more often as the fight drags on.
It does, but it will also make the deck way clunkier.
Will it be clunkier though?
Yeah.
I mean, most combats only last 2 or 3 draws through, so you're only getting like 1 becomes 2 becomes 4, maybe angers in the deck.
Right, but consider
in a
like
3
a
cycle
boss. The fights that we
yeah.
actually need to worry about, I think anger hinders.
You don't have to play it. Is the other thing, right? Like, if you're up against a boss fight and you draw an anger and you already have 2 angers in your deck and it's not going to give you a shuriken proc, it doesn't interact poorly with Clash because it's an attack card. So, you know, it gives us more shurikens and we don't have to play it. Okay. And if we do shuriken more often, anger becomes way better, right? It's just like having a bunch of shivs in the deck that benefit from the strength. Right. Card removal's the default here.
Yeah.
I
Obviously, I would love either Peace Pipe or Sundial, considering the size of the deck. Sundial is really good. Peace Pipe is just more card removal. Frozen Egg I would even take because I really like it. I don't know if we take Dropkick in this. We have only 1 vulnerable applier, and it's also really, really high cost.
The beauty of Dropkick is it does, once again, enable Shuriken, right? If you draw Bash and Dropkick, you can Bash, Dropkick, and Strike, or Bash, Dropkick, and Clash. Whereas...
Sure, but with how this deck is currently standing, since I want to play a lot of cards for the Shuriken, Bash costing 2, I'm likely to remove Bash relatively soon.
Yeah, if we get the opportunity to. All right, I think we just remove a basic defend here. Yeah,
agreed. We're gonna need some defensive option, like a defensive option available somewhere in this deck, but not yet.
Probably an upgraded Shrug is what we want as a defensive card.
Strike Reaper, get it out of our deck, get a little bit of a heal.
I don't think you Reaper. I don't think you do, because next turn we're likely to play 3 attacks. Yeah, and we want to Reaper when they split.
Okay.
Because we should split him this turn, hopefully, with a Battle Trance, Seeing Red, Bash, Strike, Clash, Anger, Strike. Like, that's that's an amazing split. In fact, he's going to be super close to dead.
In fact, he is super dead.
Right,
I also could have just not killed him that turn and healed up using Reaper next turn if I was, you know, clever, but I'm not. We've got...
1 armaments.
You want armaments?
1 armaments always, mate. Always 1 armaments.
Okay, Lollash.
And then we upgrade it at the campfire. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, armaments meta is a thing. Look at that.
Oh, we had another energy because of the lantern. Whoops.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Rhapsody.
My dude, I will... It's fine. It's fine. I was just trying to draw the Reaper, which I then didn't play.
That's a skip.
Yeah, that's a skip.
Oh wait, Intimidate's 0 cost now?
Intimidate's always been 0 cost.
Play 1 week to all enemies. That might be a valuable card in this deck.
Because we don't have any defense. It's a one and done,
block a bunch of damage for 0 cost.
Yep.
And then you upgrade armaments because like you just do. Armaments is a card that you pick one of, and then you upgrade it, and then you feel very happy that you did so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I do want to play Clash, so I have to play Intimidate this turn.
Yep.
And do I want to play my Anger in this fight?
I think you want to play at least one, to get 2 Angers in your deck. I think having 2 Angers in your deck enables you to get more reliable Shuriken procs in the second half of this fight. I think the fight will go on fairly quickly. So you just bash strike, and then next turn you hope for... We've got our battle trance available, right?
Yeah, we've got a battle trance, but we've also got an armaments after it, as well as a Seeing Red, so I don't really think anything can stop us.
We've got draw reduction, so we just had to hope that battle trance wasn't the last card in our deck. You do split him here.
Yeah, but I also want to split him by as much damage as possible, so I want to Reaper as well as get Seeing Red out of my deck. Because every point of damage you deal to this slime boss is
you don't have to
twice
deal with
as
the other
little
ones,
damage. Twice as little. It also triggers our Shuriken.
Yeah, so you do. You play basically the entire hand here. Minus the defend, of course.
Yep. So what are we looking for after this in terms of a boss relic and in terms of a legend card?
I think one of the good energy relics, a Cursed Key, for instance.
Yep. Cursed Key would be good.
Go a long way.
I would take Sozu.
Sozu. I'd probably take Cursed Key or Sozu. You could argue for maybe Runic Dome or Ectoplasm. So you split the big guy.
I was just thinking of killing him. Murder. Should I go back and just split him instead?
No, that's alright.
Okay, cool.
Fine. I think you could have saved 7 more damage, but it's the boss fight, and we're not playing Ascension mode, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can see where Anger is valuable in this deck now, right? Like, it's been super helpful.
Okay, so I think we take Impervious here.
But...
I know Limit Break's good, but the thing is, Limit Break's not going to be good until we've gone through our deck like 3 times. Whereas Impervious is going to be really, really handy in super clutch situations.
Yeah.
It sucks to have to take it. I'm more than in agreement with that. I was actually thinking about Limit Break beforehand. But I think if we get to the time where we can play Limit Break, we're probably already going to win that fight. It's probably a win more card, whereas this is a prevent the worst from happening card. And I think with this deck, we need to prevent the worst from happening. The
thing where Limit Break really shines is we're fighting the champ. We've got him down to 50% HP. He goes into execute mode. We've already played like 5 or 6 turns of triple attacks, so we've got 6 strength. Then we Limit Break up to 12 strength, and all of a sudden we're doing insanely more damage because we have the Limit Break. And I don't know if that's going to be more valuable in saving our life than a single Impervious turn.
I mean, it's worth noting, unless we're planning on just using Reaper in every fight for healing as far as we can get, then we are supremely underdefended.
Yeah, we've got 1 Intimidate turn, we have an Armaments and 3 basic defends that will probably get hit by Armaments over the course of the fight,
and
so they
no
become
defensive
8 blocks.
relics.
Yeah. I'm not scared of trash with this deck at the moment. It's highly offensive and it's got a lot of damage. I'm much more scared of bosses, and I think Limit Break saves us from more bosses than Impervious does.
Is there any argument to be made? This is obviously devil's advocacy here. Is there any argument to be made for Brutality, considering we need to draw through our deck more heavily so that we can get more attacks that we can play, and get through all the angers that we're going to shuffle back into our deck.
Brutality's a great card. I really like Brutality.
So
And I think that if it wasn't up against Limit Break and Impervious, it'd be a snap pick against everything but Offering in this deck.
Yep.
Because we have the Self-Healing and Reaper.
I will stop you for just 1 second to say that I would take Demon Form, because if you have Demon Form and Reaper in the same deck, it's almost impossible to kill you. You just heal up every fight to max HP. Anyway.
That's true, but this is... Yeah. I don't know. I think this is a really hard choice. I think you could pick any of these cards and be happy with your choice.
Mm-hmm.
I lean towards Limit Break because gaining... doubling your strength and then, like, on a following turn, because our deck is so small, being able to double your strength again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you end up... You're talking exponential growth, right? And so even if we only have 4 strength the first time we play Limit Break, that goes to 8 and then 16. And 16 more damage on every Anger means Anger is a 0-cost 20 damage card. And I think Impervious's one and done, like, block 1 big attack is going to be less valuable than just killing things. I do like the draw idea, but once again, we're keeping this deck tight. Like, really, all we're looking to pick up is 1 or 2 super strong defensive cards. I think Impervious is too expensive. And maybe some more clashes. And other than that, like, this deck is set. So...
Okay, I agree. If I was actually going to take any of those, I would have taken Brutality in a vacuum.
Yeah.
We can't take the Calling Bell because we have the Clash. Calling Bell
makes Clash way worse. We don't have Sozu, which makes White Beast nice. It also gives us defensive options in our potion slot.
Yeah, but we also can't take the Runic Potion because we have Clash. So
yeah,
it's White Beast.
Yeah, this is the White Beast statue, and then we'll have to dodge Sozu if it shows up.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be extremely unfortunate if it does. White Beast statue, by the way, potions always drop after combat. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, his name has been Lollash. We'll see you on the next floor in the next episode. You should just be released an hour after this one. So, see you then.
Take care, guys.